I thoroughly enjoyed Deep in the Heart of Me. Productions are normally about other people, but I could relate to this one. It was a real life story and characters that were my age and my sort of community, and that's not usual when I go out to see theatre. We're not often portrayed in a way that I can relate to. So it's a really good performance.
Resonated with my own life in many different ways. It was brilliant. I totally recommend every woman should see this play.
Yeah, I thought it was very powerful and very beautifully written and beautifully presented. It was very emotional. We cried basically from the beginning to the end, both of us. And yeah, I think seeing it in Lesbos was particularly amazing. But we're really looking forward to bringing all our friends to see it in Brighton, because I think it will be very powerful for a lot of women.
I'm Janet. I'm 53. I live in Wiltshire, and I've got a husband, John, and 2 children, Peter and Chloe. I'm Janet. I'm 53. I'm Janet. I'm 47, and I live in Wiltshire, and I've got a dog, Sigmund, Ziggy for short. He's a flat-coated retriever. So I walk the dog and I play tennis, and I spend quite a lot of evenings by myself, and I'm looking for companionship, nights out. I love musicals, so nights out and maybe more. We're in the school hall. It's parents' evening, and I'm waiting in the queue to see my son's English teacher, Miss Pemberton. Oh, Miss Pemberton's just shot me a little glance to show me that she knows I'm waiting, and oh, yes, she's giving the wind-up signs to the people in front. It's definitely my turn now. Oh, no, that's quite all right. Hello, Miss Pemberton. I'm Peter's mum. I love your scarf, by the way. My husband's meant to be joining me, but I've just had a text message. He isn't going to make it. Typical, he's never here. So, how is Peter getting on? Oh, good. Oh, well, he loves your lessons. Oh, splendid, and all set for his A-level? Oh, good, yes, I shall tell him to keep up the good work. Splendid. Thank you, Miss Pemberton. I suppose I ought to go now. There's quite a queue of people waiting to see you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Pemberton. Meet Ziggy. He's a flat-coated retriever. He's a little bit out of hand, but just as soon as I get him to the park and let him off the lead, and off he goes, off to play with all his doggy friends. Good boy, Ziggy. No, it's all just play. No, he's been done. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, don't be so silly. It's not an affront to your dog's masculinity. Well, what if my dog is gay, sir? What's wrong with being gay? I often meet Caroline in the park, and we sit on a bench and chat while the dogs play. Ziggy's been humping other dogs again. Some owners really don't like it. What do you think? I know. I could tell you anything, Caroline, couldn't I? I fancy my son's English teacher, Miss Pemberton. Caroline has 2 pieces of advice for me. The first is that I should join a gym and do more workouts to take my mind off it, or failing that, go and see a psychosexual counsellor. I picked someone out of the phone book. They live in a suburban cul-de-sac about 5 miles from my house. I sit nervously in a brocade-upholstered armchair behind the net curtains in her lounge-cum-consulting room, and I tell her everything. I tell her how at the all-girls school I went to I fancied sixth-formers and teachers. My maddest, most devoted crush was on Miss Bradley. Oh, Miss Bradley. I realised at 18 this wasn't getting me anywhere. Miss Bradley was oblivious to my charms. I realised that what I really needed to do was to meet some boys, and I would automatically fancy them instead. I met some boys, and after several years of trying, convinced myself that I did at last fancy one. And without giving myself time to think better of it, I married him and had 2 children. John is loyal and extremely hard-working. By this point in the consultation, my phone has vibrated 3 times. The first message is from Peter, from
What's
John.
for dinner?
The second one's from Chloe.
I need a lift to the station.
And
Where the hell are you, Mum?
The third one is from John.
Home at 8 for fresh pants, socks and shirts. Can you iron 3 for later? What's for dinner?
The counsellor's advice seems curiously at odds with her cosy domestic setting. Her husband popped in earlier with cups of tea and chocolate bourbons for us both before placing a loving proprietorial peck on his wife's head and tiptoeing away, pantomiming discretion. Her recommendation, as she relieves me of 5 crisp £20 notes, is to read a book about polyamory. Well, Polly turns out not to be a pioneering lesbian as I had hoped. Polyamory is not a person at all. Polyamory is the practice of engaging in multiple sexual and romantic relationships all at once with the consent of everyone involved. Well, perhaps everyone's doing it, but how do I fit that in with the ironing? I feel out of my depth and naive. It's the same feeling I had as a little girl on an early trip to the municipal swimming pool, trying to figure out the cartoon pictures on the poster saying what was and wasn't allowed. No heavy petting. Does that mean you can't bring a heavy pet in? That makes sense. Great Danes or ponies would make an awful splash. Can I bring my hamster? She's not a very heavy pet in. It was embarrassing to learn that that rule was for bigger kids, initiates in an adult world I couldn't understand yet. All I want is a girlfriend, someone to understand me, to hold me and let me hold them. Someone with curves and soft skin and a warm, generous heart, a sense of humour, someone sensitive and intelligent and funny and there for me. 100 quid an hour, paying all that to come away feeling more frustrated and confused than before. I take a bold step, picturing a brassy madam at the other end of the phone as I tentatively tap in the number from the website. Hello, it's good to hear from you. How can we help? Oh, we love our first-time lady callers. Just relax. If you're looking for a lady lover, we've got loads. From luscious, lubalicious, limbo-loving Linda to sexy Sonia with the saucy sapphic, scintillating sizzle. Bodacious Belle, curvy Crystal, dynamic Debbie, exotic Estelle, fit, filthy Fifi, hot, Oh, Hannah, pole dancing Pandora with the pussy that purrs. Raunchy Rhiannon, try Trixie, she's a girl with a name that trips off your tongue, and believe me, you'll trip off hers. Undulating Ursula, Vavavoom Verity, you won't believe Verity. Xenia with an X, Yasmin with a Y, and why not Zoe? Or perhaps you just want someone to talk to.
What's for dinner? Can you do a free shirt? My train gets in about 10:30. I need a lift. Where are you, Mum? I need a lift. What's for dinner? Can you do a free shirt? My train gets in about 10:30.
Oh, John, you're back. How was your trip? John, I really need to talk to you. Well, where are you going now, John? Well, can I come up to the attic? Oh, go on then, pass it down to me. Well, the phone's ringing now.
John, Janet, Peter and
Don't worry, the answer machine will get it.
If you'd like to leave a message, please do.
Fishing rods. You're going fishing. Okay. No, I've got them, it's all right.
Is important to us. How would you rate the friendliness of your siren's operative?
Oh,
using your telephone keypad.
I'm just looking for the landline for the handset. I think one of the children must have probably left it. Could you just all have a quick look and see if you can find the handset for my landline? Oh, here it is. Oh.
From 1, not very sensual, to 5, very, very sensual.
John, you're going fishing. Where are you going fishing? The Arctic Circle. Oh, fine. When? Oh, that's the same week that Peter's on his D of E and Chloe's on her Spanish trip. No, it doesn't matter. It's just that I really need to talk to you, John. Well, when, John? When? Oh, I've got a message.
Hi Janet, I saw your video. I'm Rosie, I live in Brighton and I'm a singer, and I'll be going to the International Women's Festival in Lesbos in September. So if you're heading out there, come and swing by and catch up with me. Bye.
She sent a link. International Women's Festival, Lesbos. International Women's Festival. Well, it's the right dates. It's the same dates. Book! Bye, Peter. Got your torch? Buenas vacaciones, Chloe. Oh, John. Tight lines. Oh, Ziggy is going to the young family next door. They're thinking of getting a dog themselves and they're keen to try out to see if they can cope for a week with Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy. Bye-bye. Be good.
If you really want an amazing, magical, romantic night, go and see Deep in the Heart of Me. It's just fantastic.